I think we're live.
Hello.
Hey! Hi, everybody. It's been like a week. How you doing there? Who are you today?
I'm just channeling my Molly Go Lightly this morning because I haven't washed my hair. Um, yeah.
Shush.
See, even Gypsy thinks so. I'm everybody's favorite lightweight. Sure.
My poor dog. Oh, she
Past,
screams. She freaking screams.
it's 5 a.m.
And
So,
all kids are home.
Gypsy!
All the kids are home, so she's like not in her normal being right now.
Gypsy Rose.
She's at the
I
door.
love that dog. Didn't you ask me if I see should you like that? You like that? I was in your living room and you said I think you like my dog more than you like me.
I
Make
just
YouTube great again.
make YouTube great again. Absolutely. Oop, turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. Hi, everybody. Let's just say hi to people who are here.
Hello.
Brother to
Hello.
all, how you doing?
My red
Mrs.
rum.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit is here. Mary O, awesome. Brian Clad. Red Rum Media, thanks, sweetie.
Hello.
Lanky Tour, LB, thank you so much for coming. We are going to try to make YouTube fun again. That is our goal. I
Is it?
can't handle
This is a
negativity.
normal 5 a.m. for me.
It's 5 a.m. in Australia.
Mm.
I do want to mention, which some of you here do already know about, which was the Rest in Pieces Montana Sky. I
Dun,
don't
dun,
know.
dun.
Yeah, rest in pieces is what I'm saying. Because I
Rest in pieces.
rest in pieces because he doesn't exist. So I totally got fooled or made a fool of last week. Um, it started Monday. Oh, it was a long week last week. It started Monday, and I was on Carla and Friends. And hey, Light Feather, how are you? Glad that you're here. I was on with her, and her and I were talking, and all of a sudden someone came in. Now, I thought it was weird. Don't get me wrong. I thought it was strange. I really did. But at that time, I wasn't going to question it. But I even said to the person who was ever on there acting as Montana Sky, like, I'm sorry, but you got to understand why this is so unbelievable. But I was heartbroken because I thought this was a person who came into my channel, who talked to me, told me I made a difference. But it was a troll the whole time. Idiot. Right here. Idiot sandwich. Yep. So, did I feel stupid? Yes, but I woke up Tuesday. When I woke up Tuesday, I figured out that this was um, it was a lie. It was funny because I have a friend who's in the community and she texts me and she goes, "Can I ask you a question about something? I don't want to get you upset. I don't want to get you angry. I don't want you upset." I'm like, "Oh God." And I'm like, "Actually, yes, I do know." And I knew what she was going to ask. I said, "Yes, I do believe Montana Sky is a phony." And she's like, "Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God." Like, it took a 24 hours and for me to sleep on it to go, this really smells really strange. When someone's nephew wants to get on with a bunch of old broads like us to tell us how much he loved us, like that makes no like
Speak for
that.
yourself.
That's so it did and yeah, like me, I don't want to not believe somebody. I'm someone who suffers from chronic pain. I'm someone who has to sit on like a freaking heating pad all the time just so I can move. So I don't want to not believe somebody, but I figured when I'm like, I'd rather get upset now and wait for the lie to come out, and then if even if it is, at least if it's true, and I didn't know what to believe. Like I really didn't know what to believe. But for a good 24 hours, I believed Montana Sky did die. I did, and no such thing as Montana Sky. So I.
Naughty troll.
Yes, Red Rub. It was Red Rub Media who did that to me. She's like, "Are you sure?" Her being that the PI that she is, I'm just like, "Yeah, I know, I know. I went there quite a bit. Not to say that I didn't, but I did. It's last week was just such a crazy week, and I mean, no one can see this drama coming from a mile away, and that's why I'm just addressing it here, and then I'm leaving it at the door. But you just want to try to help someone, because you see that someone's hurting and you reach out, and then people get pissed. I don't get it. I don't. And I know my name was brought up a couple of times last week, and I just want everyone to know I'm just looking here just to help people. I still haven't changed who I am, what I do. I'm still on here for fun. I'm obviously not on here for the money, obviously.
I
But
am,
yeah,
apparently.
one day it will happen. But I'm not that. It is what it is. Like I do this to give myself like something for my head to do. Give my like when I'm home disabled, when my kids aren't home like they are today, because both my kids are home because we're still off of school. So it was a 4-day weekend here. So they had Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Hence why I had my daughter's birthday party last night because she was in the hospital and I, you know, I promised her I would do it, and then her friends are also in cheerleading, so they do like cheer competitions and stuff. Like they're like hardcore cheerleaders. So we had to try to like base it around all her friends, and last night worked perfect. So we just said, let's do it. So it's over. It's done with. My husband comes home from work. He's like, "Oh no, it's tonight." I'm like, "Yeah," because he still had to work regardless of it being President's Day. But kids were here from like 5 to 9. It wasn't bad. So I just wanted to address that and just let everybody know, like, yeah, Miss
But
Murder,
some of
you
you
look
are
gorgeous.
assholes.
D. Nikki says you look gorgeous,
Oh, thank you. Thank
and
you for the
it's yeah, it
hairdressers.
was just a trying week. Oh, and another thing I learned from last week: do not see the movie Downhill.
No. And also
If you want to
stay
walk
tuned
into
because
it, it does, doesn't it look hilarious? And it's not. It's very real.
it's so not, apparently.
Just like I'm in the theater like this because you feel like you're in the middle of somebody's like you feel like you're in the middle of somebody's argument and watching a marriage break up. It was awful. It was awful. Hi, Mr. Shannonite. How you doing? Welcome
Hello,
in.
darling.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Like I appreciate it. So, I just wanted to
Yes.
put that to rest
I just
and
have an
just
announcement to make.
okay.
You know how I like dig for different things and stuff like Red Rum Media, PI and that, and I'm like this trying to be PI like her and stuff. So I
You're good at
found
what
your
you
long
do.
lost. So last year I found your long lost sister, Penny, your twin sister.
My twin.
Yeah, I know you. I know it's
Who
shit.
knew?
I'm
I had
sorry, but
no idea I was separated at birth.
I'm gonna have her meet you because I'm into that kind of stuff now. So not right
But
now.
I'm digging the hair on you. I really am. The hair looks
I know,
great.
right? I just yeah, I just went to the hairdressers and it was like $300, but no, it's not too bad.
So that's really the information, honest to God, that I just wanted to put to rest because I hadn't gone live since last week because just a whole shit show of stuff going on yet last week. But
Yeah, and whoever you are out there, you're an asshole. You know, this one calling me, genuinely crying over a person,
oh
gave
my
her a whole
God,
shit morning, and you're just a dickwad.
who
Go to hell.
do you know who you're talking? Oh, look at the sun coming up behind you. You can watch that. That's really cool. The sun's coming up. That's really cool. Very pretty. We're watching the sunrise in Australia. Okay, with
Do you
that
know
being
that?
out and done, I don't know if anybody here watches 90 Day Fiance,
No.
but
I said I've been watching Married at First Sight, and you said, why would I do that?
I
So
didn't
I don't
say,
like you
why
anymore.
would you do that? I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Just because it didn't get recorded doesn't mean you didn't say it, or I heard it wrong.
I think you heard it wrong
Okay,
because I
moving
wouldn't
on.
say
90,
that.
90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance. So it came to a season end last night. And I know I did one video on it, and I was just like, literally just annoyed by the situation because I cannot tell what parts TLC makes up, and I cannot tell what parts are actually real.
They're
You
very good
know,
at
because
that.
you got to understand. Like I know I've said this before, but I was on a TLC reality program way back when reality before the even Kardashians did reality TV. I did a reality show, and
Oh
Red
my
Rum
god.
Media is trying to find it. I said, if she could find it, she could air it. I said to her, you can do it, but I can't find it anywhere. Can't find it to save my life. And I would really like to watch it again because I was really mad when I watched it because then I figured out, oh my God, that's not what happened. They completely angled it. Everything's angled. And that was 2002. So imagine what they're doing in 2020. So that's the only reason why I'm like, I just realized I'm looking down and I'm watching myself go like this. I'm like, why am I rubbing my hands?
I think I'm gonna go on 90 Day Fiance.
You're, what's your hubby going to think about that?
I mean, after my next divorce, not before. That would be bigamy, but
Oh, you're determined to get divorced, sir?
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, we'll
Well, not
talk
right
about that
now.
later.
I mean, I'm just saying plans for the future. You know, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? 90
90
Day
Day
Fiance.
Fiance.
Hmm?
On 90 Day Fiance. That's hilarious.
They're my goals. I mean, I
It's
can't do this
a it's
YouTube forever, can I?
I am entertained by that show completely. Even though I do know majority of it is fake, I am entertained. Hey Blood X, what's up? Hey Blood X, I
Bloody.
think it's the last video I made. Take a look at that last video. You're in it, by the way. I had not told Blood X that yet because I haven't seen him.
I like
Pal.
that name.
Thanks, Blood X. But yeah, so I'm watching 90 Day Fiance and see, and it's not because he's got red hair. There's a guy on there and his name is Sinjin. He's from South Africa. I love this kid. I love him. And man, he got involved with a girl who, now, like I said, I don't know if TLC's behind half of this stuff or not, but if what they're showing is true, let's just pretend. If what they're showing is true, he should have been running for the hills. What are you drinking?
Mother.
What is it?
Mother.
What is it?
Mother.
Energy drink?
No, it's the liquid revenge of my mother. Yes, yeah, energy.
Oh, like don't tell me you're drinking beer at the crack of dawn unless you didn't go to bed last night. So, at any rate, he's got red hair. His name's Sinjin. He's from South Africa. This girl, all right, you got 90
Don't you
days to.
hate redheads?
Oh, redheads can be a bitch, for sure. They
Well,
can
yeah,
be.
we know
Hmm.
that.
I
But you
hate it.
need to long lost sister Penny.
I grew up hating my red hair, absolutely despising my red hair. Tried dyeing it. My mom, she was like, if you touch your hair, I will drop all your money for education. I'm like, that's a little severe, don't you think?
It's a bit harsh.
I was the only redhead. So she was never like a real redhead, and she was more like brown hair.
Well, no, you're not. Your twin sister Penny has red hair as well,
I don't know
so you
Penny.
won't be
I've never
alone
met her.
anymore. No, no,
I've
no.
never met her.
She's all right. Bit unbalanced, but
They want to know what time it is there. Isn't it 5:14?
5:15.
5:15. See, I'm getting to know my
See,
time
that's so
zones.
nice.
I'm getting to know my time zones. And I'm realizing as I'm looking around right now, a lot of people are live right now. A lot of people are live at this moment.
Who
Um,
cares?
so
You've
there's a
got
lot of places.
everybody's
I know.
favorite
I
life
just I
coach
look down and
right
I'm like,
here.
well, this is it. This is the place to be if you want to stay away from the drama. So that's what I'm doing, is staying away from it. So that's why I like to keep this a place where if you want to come and not be like feeling like that, you can come here. That's why we do this, right?
Sure,
Sure.
you keep telling
Hey
yourself that.
Neil, how the hell's your car? Oh God. So Neil's like a stay-at-home dad, right? And he literally had
Loving
a
it.
hit. He had a hit and run the other day. His car was smashed. I felt
Oh, babe,
awful for
sorry.
him. I'm so sorry, Neil. That was really awful to see. I
But
really felt bad
shit.
for you. And he doesn't. He's like me. He doesn't lose his temper very often, but he was pissed, and I was like, I would be too. I totally would be. I'd been like, what the hell? And I wouldn't have been saying what the hell anyway. I would have been screaming other profanities.
Yeah, I've
I'm glad.
heard
I
your
don't
other
think. I think
words
Neil's
of
only
choice.
caught me live a couple of times, and I'm just glad everybody's here. I appreciate all y'all coming around.
We do. We love it.
We
Thank you.
do, and we appreciate that you guys are civil with one another. People don't start shit on this channel because
No, they don't on
I've
mine
got
either.
my and I'm being very honest when I say this, and I am not looking for sympathy when I say this. By no means. Let me say that like extremely, but I have enough to deal with my life, and like I don't need more negativity in my life because of what I already deal with. That I literally sometimes have to climb out of a depression each day. So it's smashed bad. I'm sorry, Neil.
That sucks.
But yeah, like the negativity can play on me, even if it doesn't involve me. It can play on me. So
Yeah, it
that's
does.
it
You're one of those
does.
people who really kind of feels things
I feel for people. I
if it's
do.
your
And
friends, and we've all made friends on YouTube.
you do.
If it's not, if it's a stranger, it kind of doesn't. But yeah, I think it does. I do think it affects you more than most people. I want to say,
I care more about my friends than I do myself. There or when
yeah,
I
that's
can
a true
empathize
statement.
or sympathize and I can see where this person isn't meaning to cause harm, but
Hmm.
yet harm is spun. um I don't get it. That's what I just don't get.
Remember to always look for the common denominator. I do it in
Mhm.
true crime. I do it in
You have to.
investigations. And then when you see that the common denominator is a certain person, you've got your
Ooh,
answer.
I'm sorry I got too close to the screen there. They're probably like, "Whoa, no, thank you."
That's a different kind of show. That's next week.
What's what?
Oh, nothing.
But at any rate, yeah, I mean, I even like literally, and I have no idea. This could have been because you know that I've been watching what I eat lately and doing all that kind of fun stuff.
You've been doing well.
Uh huh. And I was sitting at my table and I was on the phone with Loopy Lisa, right? Kind of telling her about the whole Montana Sky. I'm like, he's been in your chat. She's like, I don't remember. I'm like, that's why I love her. She's like,
Me
I got no
either.
clue.
I didn't remember.
So I said to her, I'm like, well, don't worry. I'm like, he's not real anyway. She's like, oh. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I mean, let's clarify that he's real. Like it's not a robot
Oh,
behind the
he's a
computer.
troll, but he's a troll in the drama
Who is
community.
he? Who is he?
That's what I'm not sure if we know that yet.
Red
I've
Run Media, we need your help.
I've had people in my ear telling me who it might be, and I'm like, that still doesn't make sense to me because if it was that person, I had no connection with him
Best not to throw
whatsoever.
out names, I guess, if we don't know for sure. That's something I would have done last year. I thought that was a new good logo for Miss Murder. Miss Murder, acting reasonably in 2020.
Then you'll get no views. Nobody wants to see the reasonableness.
I know. That's why the new series is going to include speculation because we all know where that goes.
Right. But yeah, I mean, did I feel really stupid about the whole situation? I know I'm going back to it again. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, I did. I felt like a moron. But then I did think about it. Like there was four people's or five people's names that he called out. Me, Carla, and friends. The hell was that?
What are
Did
we
you hear
looking
that?
for? Oh, who the real Montana Sky is, or from?
She. I don't think anybody knows that yet. I really don't.
We want to find out.
Like I
We
said, it was
hire
me.
you.
It was me, Carla, Limonade, Dana a little bit, and Marcia. I'm like, what a strange group of females to pick.
Mm.
I'm like, I thought it was strange. But like I said, it took about 24 hours and then I slept on it and went, yeah, no.
Don't
I'm
forget
like,
to like and
in true
subscribe.
crime, I get suspicious of everything. I'm
So
not in true crime. I like to watch true crime. I'm
you're
more
still like
lifestyle.
me. You're still a very trusting person. I think
Sometimes to a
not as much as
default.
me.
To a
Yeah, well, to
default.
me, it's a fault, and it bit me in the ass big time.
Well, I was
Huge
like that as a
time.
kid. I was very young and very naive. I would like to think I'm not naive now. I do question things, but I'm not going to openly speculate until I know something for sure. If someone's
Mm-hmm.
saying that to me, that's what it is until I know furtherwise. Like, and that's kind of how it was for me with that. Um, I did feel
Plus,
stupid, for
we live a
certain.
different. We do live a different life here. I think we pretty much grow up to kind of like, a man's word is is his word. So it's kind of like we kind of trust
Yeah,
everyone. There's never been that kind of,
I don't trust
you know.
everyone. That's for damn
But
sure.
now, yeah, a lot of us have learned to, and it's horrible that it actually changes who we are.
It does, and it makes you a little bit more jaded, honestly. I'm
You know,
trying not to allow it to, but it's really going to be hard for me to. Well, I'm not going to say it's going to not be hard for me to connect, but I thank you for include. Oh, I'm so glad that you saw it, Blood X. I'm glad you saw it. He saw the video that I made last week. You
are
know what
good.
video? The nice
Yes,
one. The nice one that
and
made
the one where you
everything
were
go
being really,
kaboom.
you
I'm
even
like,
you were being nice for you. You were being really nice. I was like,
I was, honestly, what I
did you
decided to
forget to take
do.
one of your pills?
No, shut up. I don't take pills. Um, no, what surprised me the most, I don't know. I'm just so afraid sometimes to say certain things that someone might take it out of context, and I got to stop being afraid about that.
People get offended by the
So,
simplest things since the invention of the fucking
okay,
internet.
now I remember what I went to say. When I made that video, I remembered everybody who I watched before I even became a creator.
Yeah.
And when I became a creator, like when I first started, like all these people had some kind of some sort of impact.
Mm.
So that's why I made it. These are the reasons, these people were who I followed. And I may not follow some of them now. It doesn't mean that, whatever, I just wanted to include everybody. Remember how it used to be. That's all. That's all it was.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all.
And I was trying to point out good things about everybody, and literally in the true crime community, that just made everybody explode, and it didn't make people happy. And I just thought, okay, maybe this might catch on. It didn't. People didn't care, and I'm just like, you try to spread. That's what I try to do. I try to do nice things. I try to be kind. I don't drag people. I do have a side. I do have my own, judgment. I'm
That's
not
why
going to say
you and I
judgment. I have my own
have been friends for a
opinion.
year because we're
I
very
have
similar that way. I think you're the same as me. Is you see the good in people first,
I do,
not
and
bad.
sometimes people are like, "That's why you are the way you are."
Yeah,
I'm like, so if that makes me like an idiot, then I'd rather be an idiot. Like
yeah.
I'd rather see the good in people than bad. But then you can get hurt that way. And that's what happened with the Montana Sky stuff, and being told that your subscriber died in the hospital when you kind of knew he was in the hospital, although it was all made up. I mean, I don't understand how callous somebody can be. Like, why? Why would they? Why?
It gets all taken to
My
a
house
new
needs
level,
cleaned.
doesn't
If
it?
you need things to do, come over and clean my house.
Yeah, come clean my toilet, please.
Yeah, Neil, YouTube can be beyond brutal, and it doesn't take much to get involved with the brutality. You may want to
It's,
stay,
it sucks that
Switzerland. No one's going to let you stay Switzerland.
no
But no one's, my friends don't force me to do anything. Point period. I just don't.
real friends wouldn't ask you to pick a side.
No, because they know, well, it's not that I'm even picking a side. I mean, I guess I have
Mm.
picked a side because I know who my friend is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know who my friends are, who I talk to on the outside, and
but
what
it's
they.
like people who are like unsub to you because you sub to Marissa, for example, Molly Golightly. It's ridiculous. She's never done anything to me personally, and you can say the same. She's been great to
She's
me.
been nothing but honest to me.
So
Nothing
just
but.
because you don't like her, why should I unsubscribe? You know, and that
It's a
shouldn't
gang
affect our
thing. Like,
friendship.
it comes down to, honestly, there are certain creators who want certain creators off, and literally all it comes down to is money.
Yeah,
Money, views, and money.
yeah, I guess so.
But I like doing our thing. I like doing what we do. We make people kind of feel good about themselves, positive. And
Mm,
yeah, yesterday was the first time I was really tricked by a troll. Really, really. So thanks for the experience. I'll know better for next time. I
yeah,
mean, that's how
it's a
else you can look
lesson
at it.
learned. Anyway, you can take that from it, that it is a lesson learned.
Yeah, it's a lesson
And
learned.
it's unfortunate, like, okay, not to keep talking about this or anything like that because I've let it go, but I need to use it as an example.
Use it as
I
an example, and then we're going to be done with this.
Yeah, so when Neil said about the car and that, my first thought in my head was, let's rally around and raise up some money because he said he was going to give it to his son next year.
Mm-hmm.
First thought in my head that comes to my head anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's rally around and raise up some money
Mm-hmm.
to get another car. Second thought in my head, Oni, no one will do it because of Oni,
Of what happened.
people like that. Yeah,
Right. I mean, you got to be, but see, not everybody knows that story. Not everybody on the internet knows that story. It's like
no.
just
Okay. So
a
basically,
fear.
YouTubers, kind of scamming people for money, or all these arguments about where super chat money is going and things like that. And so that ruins it for everyone, who's trying to raise money legitimately or, for something, GoFundMe's and all the rest of it. And then you get more questions and people question your horse in the race or your credibility. I have 4 successful old GoFundMe's for different reasons. Um, a dog with a tumour needed to be removed. A guy I saw on the news who had passed out on his motorcycle and lost one of his arms, and he couldn't get on disability. So that was a kind of public political fight. He finally got on disability, but I was able to raise enough money for them just to get through, you know,
Yeah.
medications and that, and because they kept declining it.
And
And so,
in case for anyone who doesn't know, like we've seen a couple of people who have raised money for people, and literally all it's ever
my
done was
hair has
cause
a tag.
problems. Some people were accused of stealing the money. Some people who had to take money back were accused of being cons. And, when you have such good intentions behind you, there are people who will make it out to seem it was a bad intention when
Actually,
it
that
never
reminds
was.
me, in that GoFundMe, and it was like $1,300 Australian. So I want to say, $800-900 US. It wasn't a lot of money raised for them, but they appreciated it. Someone, whether I don't know whether I knew them or not, I don't know if they were an enemy or whatever, but because that was so public, went to the Oh, saw Doug, this guy with the prosthetic arm, walking, um, and said, because I had never heard from the police, but the police had stopped and said someone said that you didn't get any of that money from me. And luckily, with GoFundMe, I'm extremely transparent, and I, I put down what comes in and what's transferred over.
Can I just
But
say,
the people,
Mrs. Roger Rabbit, hello. I love her so much. How are you, sweetheart? I think she is
hello,
Mrs. Roger
the new
Rabbit.
name.
She is
I'll see a
phenomenal.
few new names. Yeah, so the fact that someone would just go to the police and try and get you in trouble um, for doing a good thing is just
Mm-hmm.
disgusting.
I agree. I
Absolutely
agree.
disgusting.
And you just got to take care of you, yourself, and your family,
Yeah.
because there are just some really shady people on YouTube,
So I
and
don't help
just be
people as
careful what
much
you
as
put
I
out
used to.
there.
I don't help people as much as I used to, and that's really sad.
I know. I know. There's a lot of reasons why I can't help people, and I always feel bad due to my back. Um,
Yeah.
like I'll see people pushing a cart. I would want to get out and push, help them, but I can't with
Mhm.
my back. And I
No,
always
but it's
feel
not. You help
bad.
people. You help people how you can help them, and you're the same as me because of chronic pain and things like that. I think the biggest resource you and I both have is time. Really,
Unfortunately, and then that's another thing. Because we have time, because we're on disability, our my mind, I'm always guilty. I always feel guilty that I can't
I'm not
work.
on disability. It's
I
ridiculous
hate
in
being on
this country for that.
disability. Fucking hate it. I
I can't
hate
get on
it.
it.
I, I hate it so much that I have to depend on the government. Where I used to be able, I had a great job. I had a
You were
great
highly
job,
independent. Yeah,
extremely, and I did. This is never what I ever wanted, Bo. But when a doctor says to you, "You will never work again," it takes a long time for that to sink in, and it's still to this day. And I think it's been
very
what,
hard for you.
over
Yeah,
4 to 5 years that I've been told I can't work, maybe more, maybe 2014. I still have a difficult time looking at people who are working and going, God, I wish I could work. I wish
I
I could
haven't.
work.
I haven't worked in hospitality since I met Tony. So 11 years be coming up since I was able to work. Mr. Shannonite, speaking of shady people, I'm still here.
Baby steps, yes, Mrs. Roger Rabbit, baby steps. But the disability at least will help you financially. You know what I mean? And I know I actually got to renew my disability placard for my car because it's old and we have to renew them. So I have to renew mine.
But yeah, it's very hard.
Because
So
there's days I'm completely, you know this, there's days I'm fine. There's days
yeah,
I can maneuver till about 4 o'clock and life is great.
when you're
During
good,
the
you're good.
holidays, during the holidays, I had my infusion and then I had a shot in my neck, in my spine.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to an
Aren't
Eagles
they fun?
game without even a thought. I wanted to go to the Eagles game.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't thought about going to an Eagles game, and I was ready to go the day after Christmas. Like, let's go. And then they're like, it's going to rain all day. I'm like, oh, yeah, that would really suck. And then as soon as someone said that to me, I was like, if it was not going to rain, I would have been there. But it rained all day, and I wound up being at my cousin's anyway, watching the game. Hey,
Let's go
Frozen Fury,
Vikings.
thanks for coming in.
Let's go Vikings. Let's go.
Bitch, quit it.
My leggings and my Viking shirt should be here soon.
Yes.
It's only because I was in Peggy's lounge room on a
Hey.
on a Sunday, and the game was on, and it was the Eagles versus the Minnesota Vikings. So they're now my new team just to piss her off.
On purpose,
Yeah,
and we
on
were
purpose.
losing, and she
Yep,
still rubbed
we
it in
won.
my face.
We won.
Good God
Minnesota
Almighty!
Vikings is such a good team. Like I fucking know.
I'm still not happy with you. Like, but whatever. Since you like the colors, I'll let you have it. What keeps? Is
I
that
do
your
like the
computer doing it?
colours. They remind me of Kobe.
Aw, Kobe. And I was saying to Miss Murder, she didn't know this, but Kobe's from Philly. He grew up in Lower Marion or Upper Marion. Mario knows about that, but yeah, he grew up in Lower Marion or Upper Marion, and yeah, our this area took it pretty hard, but I've been kind of confined, so I don't watch the news very much, and even like the local news, I don't even watch anymore because it's just once again so depressing, so negative. This many people have been shot, this many people have the coronavirus, this many people are dead, and it's just like I'm afraid to let my kids out.
Yeah,
It makes you
it does.
terrified. It really puts you, and I'm like, you really gotta step away from this shit, or you will get sucked in. You will get sucked in by the news. You will get sucked in by the negativity, and it'll make you crazy. You can't live that way.
If you aren't already crazy.
If you, yeah, like me.
You know what annoys me?
What annoys you?
I can't get FabFitFun here.
FabFitFun?
Mm,
Can you get Ipsy over there?
Ipsy. I don't know. I'll have a look. Is
I
that
have a,
similar?
I get the little small Ipsy bags per month.
I want,
Totally
I
worth it.
want, I want FabFitFun. I should have got it when I was over there, but then how long would it have taken to get delivered?
I could easily order it to you off my computer and send it to you if that's what you wanted.
Mm,
What are you doing? Sorry.
I might do that.
No, I'm talking to my child. Hold on. What are you
Hello,
doing, Grace?
hello, older child.
I'm sorry. I'm looking. Did I miss somebody? No.
Um,
Oh, older child meeting Grace. Bridget says hello. She says hello, Bridget.
I love those girls.
They're good kids. I'm lucky that way. They're just loud. Alexa's not. Well, Alexa can be loud, but Grace is really loud. She'll admit it. She knows it.
It was so nice to me when I was there that I'll come back.
They're good kids. I have to admit, I'm pretty lucky with that because I wasn't
Yeah,
always a good kid, but I grew up to be a good person. That's all that
I
matters.
think this time we'll try and take them out for some places and that when I come back over. It wasn't the best 2 weeks for either of us.
Ugh.
You were in
Last
hospital. Oh my
week
gosh.
sucked.
Mhm.
Last week
Oh, the
sucked.
first week was great.
The first week of
Uh,
what?
the first week I was there was great.
Oh, you're talking about when you were here. Oh, good
Oh
grief.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. Hold on. This is Roger Rabbit. They are girls. Girls are always loud.
Mhm.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. I know. I have
This
one
is
boy.
Mrs. Roger Rabbit. I had a house full of children, all girls under the age of 13, 13 and under. It was craziness.
How
I
did
mean,
Jason take it?
Jason was fine because the older girls stayed in the basement, the two younger ones stayed upstairs, and then the two younger
Mhm.
ones joined the older ones, and it was all good. So
Right.
it
That's
was
good.
just, we ordered pizza, and I went out and I got all these snacks for yesterday, and sweet niblets. Did you have some Valium or Xanax? No, I did have my medication, but not Valium or Xanax. But yeah, I mean, no, they're so loud and hyper, but they're funny as all get out. They can be very. These girls that were here, I've lived with these. These were this. Remember when I went away and I went to Wildwood a couple months ago, like back in
Where?
August. Remember
Where did you go?
Wildwood, around here.
Oh yes, yes, yes,
Right,
yes,
right,
yes.
right, right. And I go
Hmm.
with my friends. It's the same girls. It's the same girls as from
Oh, okay.
the Shore House. So it's like I feel like their moms already because I'm friendly. I'm friends with their moms. So their moms are always like, you can tell my kid whatever you want to do. I'm like,
Well, that's
okay, fine.
that's that's two places we didn't get to go. One was the Jersey Shore, and one was and the other one was New York.
New York City. Well, we knew that we both couldn't go to New York City back then.
It
We
was
both
too
were.
huge for us. Yeah,
It was too big of a project for us at that time.
I think we
And
could do the shore next time though.
the beach is nice, and we would do it. I would do at least one night overnight because
What's it like in August, September?
crazy. But when come Labor Day weekend, it kind of empties out, and then weeks after that are a little bit better because everybody's back to school.
When's Labor Day weekend?
It's the first weekend of September.
Right, and they go back the first Tuesday of September.
Correct.
Now, does that vary from state to state?
Yes. Yes. Like I have a friend who lives in Georgia. Her kids go back in August.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
really?
So I think
It's
Louisiana goes back
already
in
begun,
August.
or they're always like 3 steps ahead of us. Always 3 steps ahead.
Oh, I hate Valley and Mrs. Roger Rabbit. Oh my god, I was addicted to it years ago, 2017, when we went to Vegas, and I was like a zombie. Like I got nothing done. So the trip last year to go see Ginger Locks, and I went to Texas,
A couple of
Louisiana,
months ago, I wouldn't call it
Chicago.
last year.
Yeah, I've only been back 3 months.
I was going to say.
Um, and that was the
I'll
holiday
stop you.
from hell. Go watch that video if you want to watch the holiday from hell. So I need a redo. Yeah.
Well, you need to come under not so much pain. You had too much pain last time, and you did a lot of traveling alone. And I was just like, I couldn't have done that. I gave
If I
you, and
didn't
I
have
even said when
to,
you came here, I'm like, I give you a lot of credit. I couldn't have done it.
yeah, I learned I had a lot more strength than I thought I had. I had to. I had no other choice. But I didn't think that I would be found homeless and in Chicago and have medication stolen from me and
Yep.
have to go in the hospital, and disasters just happened, didn't they? You know,
It was
and
one
then
disaster after another, really.
being
And then
left
I ended
alone
up
in
in the hospital.
Louisiana. Yeah, being left alone in Louisiana for 10 days for no fault of my own because someone decided to lie to their husband that didn't tell me that I was supposed to lie for them.
Morphine and what is that? Stadol? I don't know that one. Are the exceptions.
So
The one
I
painkiller
don't
that
know.
really works for me in the hospital setting only is Dilaudid. I know that's I mean morphine they have to give me a good amount in order for it to actually work because I was on narcotics for a long time. I was on methadone. I was on Dilaudid. I was on fentanyl. I was on lorazepam. They had me on a lot of different shit. They had me on Valium for a while. And
Do
you know,
do you
that was
have
before the
Janista?
whole narcotic crisis happened. And then my husband and I agreed. We're like, we got to figure a way out of narcotics because narcotics will kill me. That will kill
So
me.
my Palexia is tapentadol in the US.
What is it?
Um, tapen, tapentadol, Tapentadol.
Hmm.
Nucynta. It's a centrally acting opioid analgesic of the benzenoid class. So I was on 250 milligrams
Oh,
twice a day.
she said it's a nasal spray pain medication. I've never heard of that.
No, mine's a pill,
No, she
but
said it's nasal spray pain medication. She says it right here.
I've never
Mrs.
heard
Roger
that.
Rabbit. I was on liquid morphine for years. Oh, they had that stuff can make you kooky in the head. I can tell you that. I've been on
Yeah,
all those too. The morphine ended up stopping my heart. Oh
so
my
crazy.
God.
I'm not stopping, slowing mine down for any scare or anything like that. I just know that no matter what milligram I'm on and go to the top one, my pain's still there. So I'm just taking it for the sake of taking it. And so
That's what I was kind of doing because if I didn't take it, I would feel withdrawal symptoms. So I had
yeah,
to slowly take myself off of everything, which I did.
I've had withdrawal
And
symptoms on this, and it's the scariest I've ever felt. The suicidal thoughts just came crashing
I
in.
moved over to medicinal stuff. and it works. That
Yeah.
helps me more so than any of the other stuff did. Way more.
I think most people know I got onto the cannabis clinic list here, and there's only 2,400 people in Australia who are on it. So I'm lucky to be on it.
Really?
Yeah, we're so backwards about it. I think the sooner we have separation of church and state, the better a lot of things will go. We were one of the last countries to get same-sex marriage. It's just ridiculous, and so a lot of that impacts on
Oh my goodness, Mrs.
what
Roger
we
Rabbit.
get. What we get.
Read her last one.
Oh, that's horrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That
So I spent a
really,
few days on.
really sucks.
Man, unreal. So sorry. They need to legalize already. I can't agree with you,
THC oils
honey.
are a felony in Texas.
Oh
Interesting. I
God,
didn't know
yeah.
that.
Texas,
I didn't.
Texas
I'm
is.
lucky I didn't take any then. I took. What did I take in Texas? I had. Well, I had those tablets you and I went to get in Jersey. What were they?
Which
There was
CBD
CBD oil,
CBD
but they had
tablets. I
no
don't think you would
THC.
get in trouble if you had CBD because you can buy it on Amazon. Now, don't quote
Yeah.
me on that. I don't know. I don't live in Texas. So, I live in Jersey.
I didn't
So,
know that was the law for Texas. Interesting.
I agree. I agree.
But it didn't work for me. Whatever
Mm.
the capsules that we bought and concentrated
Well, we
oil
never talked about hot
didn't
topics
work.
today. It's okay.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
We
When we were
wound up
going for
talking
45
about
minutes.
chronic pain, and that's fine. Sometimes it just goes that way. I'll just fix the name underneath it. But yeah, chronic pain just takes a lot out of you. And
Oh yeah.
it doesn't shine the best look on me for sure because I do get very impatient with people, more so in real life than on YouTube. Swear to God. It's, you see me. I get more angrier in real life than I do on YouTube. Don't you think?
Yes.
Hey,
I'm more
420
patient.
Scrapey, how are you? So good to see you. I mean, no, really, it's just I wish I never had to go down with it, but I ask myself the question all the time. Why are there so many of us? Like our parents didn't have friends who are all like back was broken, this hurt, this was down. What are we doing wrong? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Where my parents nor did any of their friends have any
No.
issues like this when they were in their 40s. And I'm finding more and more people who have a lot of issues that are my age.
It's
And
definitely a baby boomer kind of issue, isn't it? For the most part.
well, no, I would say it's a Generation X problem.
Oh yeah,
That's,
Generation X. Sorry.
yeah, we are the
I'm
ones
back
who
too
got,
far.
the boomers were our parents.
Mm-hmm.
Us as a generation, my
Sorry.
sisters, they all have all kinds of autoimmune diseases. What is that?
Hey, 5:45 in the morning. Got it
Did you break
wrong,
it?
alright?
Oh, all right. I wouldn't buy you a new one. Sorry.
Hi 420 Scrappy
Yeah, 420.
in the food. Oh my gosh, when I came over there and my bowels just went, without being giving too much information, my bowels just went crazy. There's all the shit in your food. If you come here, oh my gosh, the food so much purer.
You just cannot. Everything that, like, for instance, you loved Wawa, right?
I love Wawa.
You love Wawa. A lot of Wawa is not freshness. So you're paying and you're buying a lot of the processed shit that you're getting. And
Chicken
I
club
guarantee
sandwich. Yes.
sugar. That's why, like, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm trying not to eat sugar. It didn't work very well last night with the party, though.
No.
We had M&Ms in the house.
And
I wasn't I wasn't strong.
you've been really good though.
I'm trying. It's hard. It's really hard because I can't work
I,
out.
I think you're doing better than me. I've only lost 11 pounds.
That's okay. I don't even know. I don't record my weight. I
No,
know where I kind of am, but I don't need to know that number because guess what?
I
I'll
don't
be
think
fixated on that number
I
because
don't
I
think
can't
you're
do
so
that.
much on a so I don't think you're so much as on a diet per se as more a cleanse.
I'm not even going to call it a cleanse because I'm basically doing this consistently. And if I want something that I want, I have it and that's it. And then I stop and then I go right back to where I was because I don't, because it's not going to help me if I don't cheat a little
Hmm.
because I'm going to want the stuff. So I'm like, okay, there's a few days during the week I can do this. And then there's certain days I don't. And it works for me. It's working for me so far. So I'll take it. Growing your own food and smoke. Amen 420.
Would you
I don't
say that
have a garden. That's my only problem. I do not have a garden. I cannot garden because of my back. It's because I can't bend over like that.
you could get some pots and put them outside and have them at waist level, though?
Yeah, my next door neighbor has those. And maybe I'll think about that this year. Um, but I would totally grow zucchini. I love zucchini. Love
I love.
zucchini. And you
What's
know
wrong
I
with
make
you?
my
Yeah,
smoothies.
I
I make
love
my
cucumber.
kale. I put kale,
Ugh, ugh.
spinach, fresh fruit, Truvia, blend it together. It's delicious. But not too much kale. Kale can be bitter. I think that's the word I want to use.
Yak, heck,
Huh?
yak, keck.
Oh. Not here.
I had to take my wig off. It's too hot and itchy. I'm not going back on camera. Screw you. Screw you all.
um, hold on 1 second. I'm just something happened. I don't know what happened. Something happened. I don't want to know. I don't even want to know.
I
Poor
think I can
Carla.
get. I can. I already have an account with Ipsy, so I think I might have gotten it once before.
Then you could probably get it again. And they have like the 10.
Mm. But yeah, I want FabFitFun.
I don't have FabFitFun. I cannot afford it. That's true. That's the God's honest truth.
I
Favorite
think I
thing in
might.
the evenings in the summer is a joint after dinner in the garden. The more I'm starting to hear 420, the more I'm starting to like him. Or him or her, them. I don't know. What happened? Nothing happened. Not that I'm aware of. Red rum. Why? What happened? You know more what happened than I do. I don't. I don't know. She's like, oh, you're still alive. You are not an it. I didn't say it. Never said it. Would never.
I like it.
Like, see, yeah, I agree. If everybody kind of did a little bit more of what 420's talking about, this shit wouldn't be happening. Everybody would be like, who cares?
True that.
Who gives a shit? I don't care. Coming back on camera or something. Did you say you're not coming? No, I think she's actually just having a smoke, correct?
Yes.
Yes. She will
Don't like to smoke on camera.
she will put her little thing up there and then she will smoke because she doesn't like to smoke on camera.
I'm
I get
proper
that.
like that.
Somebody who else? Somebody else I know has a problem with that too. And who is it? Oh, I know who it is. I better not say her name because she might
Oh, the
want me to.
Glera
Yeah.
does it. And
Mm.
people have a go at him.
Loopy Lisa does it. That's who it is. Ha ha ha. I came in at a bad time. I'll shut up now. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Not at all, Red Rob. Not at all. We're just in here just chit chatting ourselves. That's all. That's it. Not creating, not starting, not doing anything. Just talking and keeping this a fun place and a fun atmosphere for everybody. Just because it can get a little dicey out there in those worlds and the streets of YouTubes.
And if we don't go live, you know it's because of chronic pain.
Majority, yeah, it has to
Yeah,
do with chronic pain, or
it does. If
sometimes
the drama gets too much, you feel
like
it.
right. If you can notice, I keep constantly moving my computer. I'll move it back and forth because I have to adjust my seating because of my back. So I'm sorry. That's my back's just crap. But I am getting a shot on Thursday. I'm getting a shot in my neck. I'm always nervous about the procedure itself. Although I know I don't know anything, but I always get upset over the IV, which I know I've spoke before that when you have with my IV, oh that's a real. With my IV, they can never get a vein. They will kill my arm. Like literally, my whole one arm once was completely bruised from top to bottom due to an IV. And cortisone. It's not cortisone. No, it's actually a plain pain blocking medication. I do forget the name. He will be injecting it, and like I said, I had that along with my infusion during the holidays. I didn't even feel like I had chronic pain. It was awesome. It was freaking awesome. So the part of me is excited about the shot. The part of me is nervous. It's always how it goes, especially
Guess
after
what?
the especially after the reaction I got last week or last month or 2 months ago, whatever December was. Um,
Cuba, Ipsy only ships to the United States and Canada.
sorry. Mm-mm-mm. And now I got to get my kids back to school tomorrow. Yeah, I agree. You got to find whatever works and whatever keeps you healthy, whatever keeps you going, whatever keeps you, as long as you're not hurting yourself, killing yourself, do whatever it takes. That's how I feel. I'm at the point where I've taken plenty of narcotics, and I broke my back once. I broke my back and I fractured it something awful, like right after I was in the hospital and I was going to the doctor. Oh my God.
Hi.
Who are you now? Are you
I don't know
Penny?
who I am anymore.
Are you Penny?
No.
Okay, good. Where did you get all these wigs from?
It's a funny story that.
So tell us.
I used to enter a lot of karaoke competitions, and one of the parts that you always get judged on is costume.
Oh.
Usually, for the most of them, they'll be like song choice, ability, um,
Uh huh.
stage presence. So I would make a lot of my own costumes and that. And I was just going through the garage the other day because I was going to clean it out and start listing these clothes.
You
And
look cute in the wigs.
I came, thank you. I came across my wigs and stuff that I had made for competitions.
Not to cut you off by no means, but did you see who now has their own channel? And I will happily report this to get everyone to follow her. Tanya.
Yes,
She started
because
her own channel.
we suggested this.
Yes, and she did
Remember
it.
on the last live?
I was so happy to see that she did that.
Yes, I told her I would help her
You know
if
what?
she
This
needs
is,
any help.
and I'll tell you what, this is what's freaking me out the most. Listen to what she just said. I'm not thinking about procedures. I still have to get the stimulator pulled out of my spine.
Oh,
My hubby is
fuck.
procrastinating and it needs to come out. I'm
Don't you
hearing
have one of those?
more, yes, and I'm hearing more and more people getting it removed. And it's
Why?
freaking me out because it's causing more issues and they can't get MRIs. You can't do this, you can't do that with all the stimulator. My doctor's like, you need a port, but we can't give you a port because of your stimulator. And I'm thinking, can my pain be worse if my stimulator wasn't on? I don't know. Because I'm so sorry, Mrs. Roger Rabbit.
Oh, crap.
I don't understand why.
I didn't know you had 1K. Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah. And even Red Rum Media said she's got to get hers removed. all these people who need to get their shit removed. It's kind of
And
freaking.
I'm assuming that these, depending on how long they've been in, they kind of fuse to your spine, yeah?
Yeah, like mine's, well, it depends on which ones. Like there's leads that kind of go down and through the spine and help
Mm-hmm.
do the stimulation. And then there's the one that I have that's implanted on my spine. And
It's
my,
always there's always a high risk, though, isn't there?
always,
That you could become paralysed.
they're,
Oh my
they're, they're,
gosh,
mess, they're
Roger
messing
Rabbit.
around with your spine, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I got my spinal stimulator put in, I
Oh,
wound up waiting like 9 hours in like waiting to go in.
mm.
And like he had been in the ER the whole time, and I looked at him. I'm like, "Aren't you tired?" And he's like, "Nope." He's like, "I'm all ready." He's like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "The kid in front of me, he ate applesauce, and we had to wait for the applesauce to pass." He's like, "I told him to take something with the medication, and he ate applesauce, and then I had to wait for it to pass through his system so I could do the operation." So that's why I had to wait 9 hours. I'm like, unreal. But he he's the greatest surgeon by far down at Jefferson Hospital in Philadelphia. A phenomenal surgeon he was. Um, I forget his. I know his name, but I don't know why I'm not thinking it off the top of my head right now because I'm trying to pull something off the top of my head, and I'm not very good at that. What are we talking about? We're talking about chronic pain, hippy dippy 89. Welcome in, hippy dippy 89. We were talking about hot topics and then we kind of got on to chronic pain. Sorry about that, but when you suffer from it, it kind of just happens that way. Oh, here's hippy dippy here. What y'all talking about? I like a picture. Yeah, the stimulator stuff, man. It can be scary and horrible and nasty all at the same time. Oh, also, Red Miss Murder Australia, can you put and drop your link in there so everybody who doesn't know your link yet has your link?
Why can't I type in this
I don't know.
StreamYard chat? Weird. Hang
Can
on,
you still?
I'll have to open it on.
I'm just trying to get. I'm trying to do it right here. Can you still see me?
No, you just went off screen.
Okay, sorry. Now you can.
Yep.
We'll go to Miss Murder Australia or Miss Murder. You will find her.
I've got to check my. I've got to go to your. I've got to go to your YouTube anyway because I have. It's not doing the notification thing for some reason. Yeah,
What do you mean?
sometimes I just got to go back in and read it. Like I didn't get a notification when you went live. It's a me thing. It's not you. I know it's. I know it's not you. I know your notifications to go out. Otherwise, people wouldn't be here.
Or people wouldn't be here.
But remember, when you click subscribe, and you now you when you click the bell, you've got to choose. Yeah, it's changed.
I don't know. But all I can say is, everybody, there's a million people right now that you could watch, and you're watching us, and we appreciate
Yes.
that so much. Like that's awesome. Thank you,
Well,
because
she does.
I know that there. I just was watching, and like at least since we've gone live, about 5 people I know went live. I'm like,
Scott Rice is live. Law and Crime Network is live.
your buddies live,
Everyone came to see my wig collection.
your wing collection.
Seriously, I think there's got to be about 7 weeks there.
Well, I got nothing better to do. Thanks, I think. Thanks, I think.
Passive aggressive.
Slightly, just slightly, little backhanded. I know I'm not a doctor. Well, whoever this person is, they're like, well, I'm not doing anything better. I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything. I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's so funny.
It's all good. All good. Pink Prozac. I have a stem implanted in my brain, but
That's
the
crazy.
trial failed, so it's been removed. A stimulator in your brain? Really?
My
I haven't.
husband needs one of those.
No. I
I'm
never
kidding.
heard a stimulator in the brain. Have you?
No,
I would think if you
it
even
makes
touched.
sense. Like a neurological kind of firing, I guess, would be a lot more risky than in the spine. But
I would think the brain would be way more risky if that was
yeah,
deep breath, brain stimulator TD. There's devices. For Parkinson's disease. There's all there. I'm not necessarily sure. Which says, "Oh my hippie, I had a brain tumor when I was 4 years old. Oh hippie dippy, so sorry about hearing that. That sucks. You know." And I'm hearing so many young kids like Grace is one. She's come down with type 1, and I literally had no idea how to take care of that. I was just beside myself, and and then I'm also hearing all these other kids going through uh, what's it called? I can't think of the name. I'm on here sometimes. My brain completely freezes up to what I want to say. Does that happen to you sometimes?
that's what happened to me.
Do you like forget, like you want to say something? I want to say the disease that my friend's daughter has, and I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, all the time.
Not, I forget what it is. It's not
Multiple sclerosis.
not multiple sclerosis. No, 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 no. She's got. She has to wear a brace. The poor kid. She's got to wear like this really heavy brace, and it's only getting worse for her back.
There's my
Um,
link. Subscribe. I'm lonely.
there it is. Yay! There's Miss Murder Australia.
We need to get you a personalized link. So it's youtube.com/c/ Miss Murder AU. We should be able to get you a
Scoliosis.
personalized
That's
one.
it.
Do it.
Scoliosis. Pink
Scoliosis.
Prozac. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Scoliosis. Yes, exactly. And it's getting worse and worse. And this poor kid, you can tell she's starting to have hip pain now. She's starting to have all. I'm like, man, she's too young. I didn't have pain in my body until I was at least like 30. Like I was, when I first started to realize the pain, I was in, I guess, Grace was, I was pregnant with Grace. And I thought I was a hypochondriac. Literally, I thought I was a hypochondriac because I couldn't understand why my knees would bother me or why this would bother. I'm like, I thought there was something wrong with me. But so happened that for me, uh, I wound up having a whole multiple bunch of problems. And it hasn't been an easy road for me because a lot of doctors never believed me.
Mm.
I mean, I used to have doctors who used to look at me and say I'm faking. And like I said, going through someone saying that they don't believe when you're sick or something like that,
It's horrible.
it sucks. But the fact of the matter is, like, there have been people, even just on YouTube, as we know, who have faked illnesses, death. Um, it's a slippery slope. It really is.
Definitely.
Well, it has been almost like an hour and 10 minutes. I have
I
to
know
get ready
time
to
flies
start
when you have weeks.
making, at least putting dinner together.
Yes, I need to go and work on this Warren Thompson revisited series, which is going to be big.
I will definitely be there for watching it. I'll be there.
Hmm.
You know I'd be there for you. I just want to thank everybody for coming in and listening. Like,
Thank
thank
you.
you so much for spending time. This is Roger Rabbit, Red Rum Media, Pink Prozac, 420 Scraping, Blood X, Mario, Lanky Tour, everybody. Thank you for coming in. And who else? Hippy Dippy, thank you so
We really,
much.
we really appreciate it,
Like
guys.
it means it, even if you come in and you spend 5 minutes, I don't give a crap. I just am grateful and thankful that you even cared to do it. That and I love Mrs. Roger Rabbit. I don't get to see her very often. We haven't seen each other for a while. I know that.
I've seen some new people, and I love you guys already.
These are good
But it's no
people.
surprise that you're on this channel
The
with such a lovely girl.
The Bryan clan knows she's one of my favorites. She knows that for a fact. And I love Neil's a great guy. Neil is such an awesome good dude. And Blood X, I already said Blood X. He's a great guy. Mr. Shannonite. Mr. Shannonite is awesome.
I love Mr. Jenna.
I just wrenched Mr. Shannonite. I gave him a
Yeah, you
wrench.
have to, definitely.
He's been around since the very beginning, and he's always had my back.
He's
Literally.
always
You
put a
want to hear something
smile.
funny? Real quick, because I didn't tell you this part. So, Mr. Shannonite, sends me a message. I guess it was like either last Thursday or Friday. And he's just sent me like this vague kind of message. I'm like, why? What? What do you know? Who's talking about me? What are you talking about? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like YouTube drama. Stop it. It's
maybe you need
crazy.
maybe you
It's
need to get Patreon and charge $50 a month to talk to Gingerlock's mum on all the in return for supporting the channel. You get an hour with her, and she'll update you on all the gossip.
I ain't getting on Patreon. Sorry. I don't do that. That's not my thing. I just figured this out. Give me a break.
I'm putting my series on there to it weeds out the trolls. If they have to pay for something, that the trolls won't
Oh, I get it. I
change
get
to
that. I'm
yeah.
not there yet. I'm just happy with everybody who comes in to talk to us and just
I
likes to
bet
listen
you've
to
got
us.
your
And
hours. I want you to check your hours when
I
we get
don't
off.
have my hours. If I had my hours, I would have dog.
The last time you told me you had 230,000 minutes and you need 240,000. You've got your 1,000 subscribers, and then
I've
you need
had
the
the
4
thousand
hours.
subscribers. It's not
Yeah,
it.
you need a
There's
1,000
some.
subscribers and 4,000 hours watch time. But
I have
YouTube,
gypsies here with us. Ready? Here we go.
Gypsy Rose,
There
I
she
love this
is.
dog. I
Hello.
love this dog. When Daddy
There
gets
she
home, she
is.
does the wiggle butt.
Hello. There she is. Hello,
Hey, baby,
Gypsy. Oh,
she's a good girl.
she is a good girl. She's my puppy. Right? Yeah. I can be a bit of a pain in the butt, but I'm a puppy. Getting. Oh. Do you like being on the camera? Do you like being on the camera?
Been on YouTube, you're famous.
Do
We'll get you your own channel.
She's just like pushing her way in here. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
she
she
normally
likes
doesn't
it.
bother me when I'm doing this whatsoever, and her face is like,
I know. Oh,
oh,
beautiful.
hello, oh, hello, little girl.
That's so cute. Hey, Gypsy. Hey, Gypsy. This is a good girl.
I'm not scratching your butt. That's what you want me to do. I'm not doing it.
She's such a wiggle butt.
Do you see her wiggling now? Like she's like, I'm not. No, but she's looking
It
at her
hurt.
face.
It
Look at her
just
taking her.
bounces. She like twerks.
She
Almost.
does twerk. She's
Well,
a
I'm
dog
gonna
that.
hop out. Thank you for having me on.
Oh,
It's
thank
good to go.
you.
We finally got to go live. Oh, look at you. Oh, you're YouTube poor now. Oh, look at you. Oh, Gypsy Rose.
She's just like standing right here. She
She
could
loves
care
it.
less that I'm on YouTube. Scratch me, scratch me, scratch me, scratch me.
All right, I think
Silly dog.
that's a different kind of video. Doesn't belong here.
She's so funny. All right, I'm
All right.
signing off. Everyone,
Thank you.
thank you so much for just popping in and passing by. Like, it's awesome. We appreciate it. This is something that we're going to keep doing. We like being positive. We like putting good, information. And that's
And
just what we like to do.
we like each other right now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
For now. Just for now.
Thank you for having me. I'm out.
Always, anytime. I love you to death. Oh my God. All right, like this one. Look at this. Look at this. She is just will not leave me alone, will you? You will say goodbye to everybody? Oh, say goodbye. Bye, everybody. All right, Gypsy, stop.